Hello guys, it's Sweezy. This is actually Sweezy from the future, one day ahead of when I recorded this video. So it is March 26th, and we actually just got a Nintendo Direct announcement for tomorrow. But I just recorded the video on the 25th, like 12 hours before they announced it. So just keep that in mind when I'm talking about, oh, there's a potential, Nintendo Direct, it might not happen. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening tomorrow. So I will be live streaming it, of course, if you want to be there with me and we can watch it together. But yeah, without further ado, just go ahead and enjoy the video. What's up, guys? It's Sweezy here. We've got some stuff going on. A whole lot of Nintendo Switch 2 leaks, rumors. It's getting out of control. There's leaks, rumors flying out all over the place. Nobody knows what to believe, and like we're in that period of time where it's 1 week away from the official Direct reveal. It's just gonna get worse from here on out. So just whatever you guys see, take it with a grain of salt. But that being said, we're gonna go look at all the rumors and the leaks that are floating around right now. I do not expect very many of these to be credible or come to fruition, but I think it's safe to say, I think it's going to be a June release. So that was one of the leaks, by the way. People are claiming that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be coming out in the month of May. I don't see that one happening. That is way too close to not just the Direct, but like right now. That's just too close, to the reveal. I think that it's going to be a June release, and we know the lineup, the games that are coming up are pretty. I mean, it's nothing. There's nothing coming out. This console, the Nintendo original Switch, it's done. It's buried. It's finally, there's no new games, no nothing coming out. So it's pedal to the metal Switch 2 from here on out, like full throttle Switch 2. That's why we don't know what any games are that are coming out right now, because they're going to be Switch 2 games. I mean, this year we got Prime 4. That's all we know. That's all we know about is Prime 4 and nothing else. So this is going to be the year of Switch 2, most definitely, and I think we're going to see a lot of those games during the Switch 2 reveal. Hopefully. That would make the most sense. A new Zelda, maybe. I wouldn't hold my breath for that one, but a new Zelda would really blow my mind. I would lose it. I will lose it if I see something Zelda on Switch 2, running enhanced, power, graphics, all that. I will lose it. But I think we'll see a 3D Mario. We'll see Mario Kart 9, obviously. Prime 4. So like Mario Kart 9 is another example. Like the Switch is done this year. I feel like it's a Switch 2. That's the plan for the rest of this year with Nintendo. Full stop. So anyway, let's look at right. So Nintendo, we've got Marvel Rivals on a 3DS. Somebody has too much free time, I guess. Okay, the Nintendo 2 trailer. Okay, nope, that's really interesting though. I don't know what that has to do with Nintendo. So, you know what? Maybe we'll look up, now I'm getting anime titties. What is happening? Let me look up just, Switch 2, maybe. We'll see what kind of stuff is going on here. Yada, yada, yada. This is a relatable, for sure. Give that a retweet. Not really seeing anything about the leaks, though. Let me look up Switch leak. Okay, now I'm just getting trolled on camera, okay? Bowser's Fury leak. Oh, this is from 4 years ago. I don't understand Twitter's like search algorithm results here. This is not making any sense. I'm just literally getting trolled. Okay. I'm just getting trolled, or I'm seeing posts from like 2, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I guess maybe this isn't the place to look at this stuff. A Switch, yeah, okay. The Mario Unreal Engine is all right. Never mind. We won't use Twitter for this. You know what? I'll just find the articles that I was reading earlier today, because I know those are not going to troll me, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we go. We have the article right in front of us here, the game post. Hopefully this is actually everything. All Nintendo Switch 2 leaks, release date, price, specs, GPU, launch games. All right. That sounds like a lot of information. That is definitely not confirmed. We don't have that much info, but again, these are leaks, so, you know. Don't just take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a whole, just pop the cap off and dump that salt all over your meal, okay, when reading these. So, okay, if you've been keeping an eye on half of the blah, 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 you already know there's much excitement after the official reveal. Insider reports. Yes, they have been dropping like crazy. So far, you guys are spot on. Well, we haven't looked at any real leaks yet. Okay, so according to what I've been told, the Switch 2 is planned for the end of June 2025. So that lines up. I think that lines up. Sorry, did I mess up my... Let me fix. I don't know what that looks like for y'all, but whatever. Okay, so I think that's in line with, you know, what's probably going to happen. June 2025. June just sounds like... June... My bad, y'all. June sounds about right to me. It just makes the most sense. Again, most of us thought we were going to get this console last year. So if it's going to be this year, I think it's got to be in the summer. We're not waiting until holiday. Or rather, Nintendo's not waiting until the holiday. There's no exact day locked in. This insider has a solid track record when it comes to Xbox. Okay, that's not really relevant here, but, you know, whatever. When it comes to price, the Switch 2 will cost more than any Nintendo console. That's to be expected. Makes sense. Might be looking at $400 to $500. I'm gonna just go with... I mean, this is the same take as pretty much everybody else out there, but yeah, I think 400. 400 is gonna be the... I think it's all but certain. It's gonna be the price. It's not a PS5. It's not an Xbox Series X. You know, I mean, as far as we know, because again, even when it comes to the power, you know, we've been hearing in between a PS4 and a 5, but even that's a leak. So I mean, that might not be fully accurate. Maybe this thing's a little beefier than we think, and it could be 450, maybe somewhere closer to 500. But I would definitely, you know, bet on 400 being the final price there. They want to launch early to avoid the PS6. Yeah, no, I think they're good. The PS6 is definitely not on the horizon yet. Expected sales. This one's interesting. All right, so Nintendo's expecting a massive launch for the Switch 2, big enough to outperform the PS5. That's not saying much. The console... You guys remember when you couldn't even buy one? You couldn't buy a PS5 for a year. They literally were not making enough of PS5s for people to go buy. And then if you did want to buy one, you had to get it from a scalper. That was going on for 2 or 3 years. So I don't know why Sony can't get it together. You know, I mean, they have, you know, they're in stock now, but like now there's no games. Like, I don't know. It's just, there's always been something going on with Sony ever since the PS5. Without further ado, let's keep on reading. Some hope for an OLED upgrade. The Nintendo Switch 2 has opted for 120 Hz LCD panel. 120 Hz. Why is it 120 Hz? That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. It's not just your average screen. Okay, according to this leak, the Switch 2 will support HDR and VRR. I've never heard of VRR. HDR is very popular. Smoother performance and better visuals, especially in fast-paced games. The refresh rate boost is a big deal and could bring an improvement over the 60 Hz display. That's what I'm saying. 120 Hz it's a bold move. It's interesting. Why make it 120 unless if it can't run 120, right? So if that's anything to go off of, we might be getting a Switch console that runs 120 frames per second here. Obviously, I'm guessing that's going to be on like lower graphically intense games. You're not going to be running, Tears of the Kingdom 120. Although maybe, if the power is what they say it is, maybe. But definitely 60 though. It could hit 60. You could run Zelda games at 60 frames per second with this thing, which I think we'll actually see that. I think we're gonna get a Breath of the Wild, some kind of upgraded version of it, or maybe not even a new version. Maybe you just pop in your old Breath of the Wild, and it just runs better. It just runs at 60 frames and better, render distance and whatnot. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, huh? Maybe hopefully I'm not my expectations, man. I gotta bring my expectations down, bro. I feel like I'm fantasizing too much, and I don't want to let myself down. So the Nintendo Switch full leak specs. Okay. The most detailed hardware leak so far comes from a report that reveals a whole breakdown of the Switch 2 specs. Okay, so we've got a CPU ARM Cortex A7. I've never heard of that. I have no clue what that is. But eight cores. Sounds good. I think my computer CPU has 8 cores. A GPU of NVIDIA. Are these like custom made graphics cards? Because I've never heard of this. I've heard of like the 2030s and I myself have a 2070. There's the 300 series, 3080s. Now I think there's like a 4000 series, but I've never heard of this. I don't know what this is some kind of Terminator. T239 Ampere. These names are stupid. Okay, I don't understand. But okay, so I guess this is how powerful that is. Yeah. Wait, whoa, 2 RTX ray tracing cores. 2 of those. And looks like 12 gigabytes of RAM. That's pretty standard. But 2 RTX. This thing's gonna have ray tracing? Is that what that means? I mean, that must be, because I know this card in my computer, it has ray tracing, and it's glowing RTX on it. It's got that RTX on there, and that stands for the ray tracing. So I guess we're gonna have this console. I think we're underestimating how powerful this console is gonna be. I mean, the jump from a PS4 to 5, it was pretty significant. And if this is somewhere in between, like right in the middle, that's a really beefy console. And then if this is true, I mean, yeah, we're starting to really see just how strong it is. I can't wait for this showcase, guys. 1 week away. The hype train is at its max right now. And the hype train is just zooming at light speed right now. And that's why all these freaking leaks are going around and all these rumors, I gotta, whew, all right, dial it in here. So now, handheld mode. We've got a bunch of stuff that I don't know how to read. megahertz or whatever. But that sounds like good. You know, these are pretty big numbers here. 998. That sounds pretty good. 561. That's more than 560. So that sounds pretty good. Docked mode is going to be a little stronger, it looks like. The GPU one is almost doubled in the dock mode. Memory bandwidth decreases when you're, or no, it increases actually when you're in docked. Oh yeah, we're looking at docked. I got those two mixed up. So okay, yeah, interesting. Okay, cool. I'm gonna pretend like I know what all those numbers mean. As mentioned above, the Switch 2 is expected to come with 12 gigabytes of RAM. A big jump from the 4 gigabytes in the original Switch. Okay, so we are tripling the RAM in this console. That's huge. That is huge. That's really major. Tripling the amount of RAM, and 4 gigabytes, by the way. That is really, really sad. Oh man, 4 gigabytes. That was outdated, I feel like, in 2012. Like, that's really, really small. So for us to finally get 12 now, like my gaming PC has 24, and I feel like, you know, it's starting to slow down. But that's nothing to do with the memory. That's actually my graphics card and whatnot. But so, okay, so while docked, the Switch 2's GPU could hit performance levels close to a quarter of an NVIDIA RTX 3060. A quarter of that, mind you. That's a weird way of wording it, but yes. So 25% of a 3060, RTX 3060. I don't really know what that would mean. I've never plugged in a quarter of a graphics card to my computer before, so that's a dumb way of saying how strong the console is, in my opinion. Why couldn't they just name an actual graphics card that is the exact power, you know? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't have worded it like that. That's dumb. Nobody knows what a quarter of a graphics card can do. Let me just get some scissors and cut my graphics card into 4 pieces, and then we'll, like, what? All right. So, Nintendo Switch 2 all leaked games. Multiple reports. We're looking at a stacked launch window. I'm sure we are. We don't know for sure yet. Okay, so here are some of the titles that insiders claim will be available at or post-launch. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That's definitely, I can see that happening. Elden Ring, Tekken 8. So far, all of this makes sense. These are all definitely games and companies that would be willing to work with Nintendo. What I find a little iffy, though, is Call of Duty. You know, if you know anything about COD, you know, post 2020, the game's always broken. It's in a broken state. It's every COD, especially the Battle Royale COD, has been in a broken state since 2020. And so since they got rid of, like, the Verdansk, and even when they had that, there was a lot of bugs. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like they can't even get their own game together. They can't even get their own crap together. How are they gonna make a port of their game to a Nintendo Switch and keep it updated? Like I said, they're struggling to keep up with the game as it is. So I don't know. I could see that one not happening, but if it does happen, I won't be that surprised. Just because Nintendo, they definitely want everything they can on this console. Just bring in all the third party. I think that's the entire point of this console. Add the beefiness, add the power, add the juice, and that way we can get all the third parties that we've been missing out on for the last 7 years, you know. So going through this list, we have Fallout 4. I'm surprised that's not already on the original Switch. Could definitely see that happening for Switch 2. Starfield, yeah, I guess. Yeah, actually, okay, both of these definitely, I think, 99% sure. Microsoft Flight Simulator, 2024, I guess that could sure, I guess that could be a thing. Yeah, if Halo is coming, Microsoft is coming. Same with Fallout, Starfield. That's technically all 4 of those. Technically Microsoft. So, and COD actually. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I never really thought about that. Okay. Xbox. They own everything technically, but they still struggle. It's so bizarre. So yeah, all of these could definitely come. I could see that happening. If half of these titles make it to the launch, it'll be the strongest start for any Nintendo console yet. I agree. Well, yeah, sure, I agree. If Prime 4 is on there, and a 3D Mario is on there, then I definitely, beyond the shadow of a doubt, definitely agree. One of the most promising signs for the Switch 2 is the interest it's getting from third-party developers. Yes, companies like Ubisoft, EA, Sega, Bandai Namco, Capcom, and Microsoft all considering bringing their biggest games to the platform. And that is a very good sign. That is a very, very good sign, and speaks to just how strong and powerful this console is going to be. So this is a huge change from the original Switch, which got older ports and lighter titles. If the leaks are true, Switch 2 is finally seen as powerful enough to run modern AAA games without compromises. Is the Switch 2 in the wild? Okay, according to Apple leaker Kang, there are already real Switch 2 units being used, not by the public. Posted on Weibo? I don't know what that. Okay, and that a few accessory makers and insiders have access to the actual console for testing purposes. That makes sense. That's probably true because, you know, these consoles, they always have accessories right out the gate. And, you know, they have to get their hands on the real thing in order to make those accessories. So that makes sense. All signs point to the Switch 2 being a major upgrade in almost every way. More powerful, better screen, big name launch titles, and a real interest from developers. It's important to remember none of this is confirmed yet. Very true. Keep that in mind. These are all leaks, rumors, and inside info. Things can change. All right. And I've heard about this as well. This 3-phase game launch strategy, which, you know, I'm not sure why it's such a big deal, why people are making articles about it. It's pretty much just the cookie cut, like, most basic way to release new games on a new console ever. You come out strong with your first parties. You obviously have a launch title, maybe multiple launch titles, and then later on, you know, maybe half a year later or close to a year later, you bring in a lot of strong third-party games. Those were the first 2 phases that I read about. I don't know what phase 3 is going to be, but it's just basic new console release schedule, basically. I'm not sure why, you know, people are calling it this. It's treating it like an MCU Infinity Saga. Like, it's not like that, guys. This is like how every console ever has released their games, okay? It's not this crazy plan. So, okay, this is it right here. Phase 1 will kick things off in June. First party titles. Yeah, like, duh, okay? And then phase 2 is around October, November. I guess that's a little soon to already be, you know, phasing out your first party titles, but I'm sure they're going to be coming out swinging the following year. That's like, I think Mario Odyssey took a while till it came out on the original Switch. It came out like holiday, when the Switch was already out in March. So, I mean, yeah, phase 2 being October, November, I guess, you know, they're going to save their first parties for 2026. Besides the launch titles and stuff that comes out early. And then phase 3 is the holiday period, wrapping up the year with more titles, potentially a mix of both Nintendo and third party. Yeah, there's going to be a Nintendo release for the holiday. There's going to be something. I mean, there'll be something. I don't know what it will be, but maybe it's something not so mainstream. Maybe it's like a Fire Emblem. You know what? Maybe it's a Star Fox. Yeah, I said it. All right? Call me crazy. But if this ends up, if we get a Star Fox game in the first 2 years of Switch 2, I'll give a donut to every subscriber on this channel. You better believe that. Alright. This is pretty much the same article, it looks like. So, we read all of this. Yeah. Alright, so that's it. That's everything as far as Switch 2 leaks. Well, I feel like there was some stuff that I saw before that wasn't on this website, but, you know, whatever. We can get to that in another video for another day, you know. So yeah, I'm really hyped, guys. I'm really excited for this. Let me know what you're looking forward to. We're 1 week away. I'm gonna try. The work schedule's tough, but I'm gonna try to do a live stream reaction during the Switch 2 Direct. So be there for that if you want. We're gonna be having a ton of fun, losing our minds, and yeah, let me know, guys, what you're most looking forward to on the Switch 2. Let me know what games you hope are going to come out on the Switch 2 the most, what you're looking forward to or hoping comes out for this console, because there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential. F-Zero could go crazy if you guys have ever played F-Zero GX on the GameCube, or maybe a Zelda remake, like a crazy Zelda remake with next-gen graphics and lighting and RTX ray tracing. Like, the possibilities are pretty endless now with just how strong this console is going to be. So anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys are looking forward to, what games you hope come out on this console, and please leave a like, and if you are new here, remember to subscribe, and we're going to keep this hype train rolling, guys, all the way until this Direct starts. So I will see you guys then. Peace.